Hello, Jeremy here from Sadness Monday, and welcome to the BetterPhysics Selective Kinematics tutorial. Maybe you saw the showcase video, but today I will be showing you how to use the Selective Kinematics feature of BetterPhysics. This feature lets you have complex physics interactions that are not normally possible with the built-in physics engine in Unity. Typically, in Unity, you're limited to having your rigid body be either kinematic or dynamic. The problem is sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes you would like your object to be dynamic when interacting with certain objects, but kinematic when acting with others. For example, this purple cube here, I'm controlling it with my keyboard, and when it collides with this kinematic spinning thing at the top here, it's acting as if it's dynamic. As you can see, it's knocked around quite easily by that thing. However, with certain objects in this scene, such as this green cube here, my object acts as if it's kinematic. I have no input, and it's not slowing me down at all. It's not getting in my way. It's just pushed aside like a knife through butter. So how do we achieve this? Well, as you can see, I'll show you the inspectors of some of these objects. My cube here, it's called the player-controlled better cube, and it has this better rigid body control component on it. And we're on the red physics layer, and this green cube is on the green physics layer. It also has a better rigid body, as you can see right here. And if you look at the better physics settings here, which is part of project settings, we have this layer interaction matrix. Now everywhere in this matrix where you see the color yellow, that means that the layer on the left side here, when it interacts with the layer on the top here, it will act as if the layer on the top is kinematic and the layer on the side is dynamic. So let's interact with the blue cube and you'll see that. The blue cube pushes us out of the way like a knife through butter. Likewise, when we see a green square here, that means that our red layer, which is on the side, will interact with the green layer as if it is kinematic. So when we interact with green, we will get our cube moving like a knife through butter. Now, when you see a gray square here, that's a default interaction, so you'll get a normal interaction. So when we interact with this red cube, we will get a default interaction where both objects are affected by the collision, just like normal dynamic objects in Unity. Now these spinners are also have better rigid bodies on them, so there's a green, a red, and a blue. And since we're configured as we are, when we interact with the red one, we do have a dynamic rigid body on our cube. As you can see here, there's a regular rigid body here, and we are not kinematic. But this red spinner is kinematic, so we'll get a normal kinematic dynamic interaction. We'll get knocked around by that spinner. Now the green cube, even though the green cube is kinematic, because of this special interaction we set up here, it can't affect us. We're not affecting it either because it is actually kinematic, but it won't affect us. And then the blue, as you might expect, because it's set up the way it is, where red will act as if it's dynamic when interacting with blue, it will hit us like a normal kinematic object. So you can freely create objects and assign them to these physics layers and get these special interactions. Now that you understand how the physics layer interaction matrix works, you can change the matrix at any time by clicking on the squares here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you can use this to make your games awesome. Happy coding, and have a great day.